They went all out with these fucking background sounds for the city, with the car driving in the fucking water and shit at some point. Walking around the city, I feel a distinct nostalgia. The smells, the traffic, the tall buildings everywhere, the smog that covers the entire area. It's a lot like my native city, save for the raised walkways. It feels a little weird walking around a city as casually as I would in a park, but with cars around underneath me. As I'm busily pondering the engineering marvel that is a raised walkway, I get a surprise, dude. Raised walkways, I get it. I look down and you're like, whoa. Takes a moment for me to realize that Lily has wrapped her arm around mine, extending her cane in front of her with her hand. For a moment, I'm a bit startled, but I managed to keep enough of a lid on it for Lily not to notice. Look, it's the support. While it's not the first time that Lily's relied on me for guidance, she's only held onto my sleeve's cuff before. It's logical that it would be easier for her to navigate a crowded and complex area such as a city while securely linked, but I'm far from being used. I'm far from being as used to this kind of contact as Lily is. Finally realizing the growing silence between us as Lily waits for me to go on, I quickly kick my brain into gear. I wish I could do that. I can't, though. You know, it's quite a surprise that Hanako likes to sing. Have you ever heard her do it before? I have indeed. We've been to karaoke sessions several times along with my sister. Oh, I want to go. Then I could sing. And you guys get to hear my horrible singing. I can't say I take to the activity much, but the other two like it. Maybe Hanako doing karaoke is more fitting than I initially thought. Just her and those she knows, all alone in a little room. Yup. It would give her a rare chance to let her guard down with nobody else there to judge her. Maybe it'd be nice to bring her into town for a karaoke birthday party if she likes doing it. I'm not sure she would deal very well with the excitement. I moved to protest, but her face shows that she's mulling over the proposal for a little bit more. It takes quite some time for her to come to a conclusion. Then again, the best thing we can do for Hanako at this point is to try to create some pleasant birthday memories. Continually teasing, treating her as if she's abnormal won't help. That's true. I think you're right. If she has something to remember apart from loss, then maybe she'll come around. If we brought her something nice that she could see every day, then maybe she'd be able to take her mind off her past and remember that she in fact does have friends. And in any case, I think Hanako can handle something like this. In the time I've spent beside her, I've learned that she isn't quite as frightfully fragile as I first thought she was. Though she is still still fragile. So, shall we be off? I'm not really sure of the layout of this area. Very well. I might like to suggest having something to eat first. Oh, I haven't either, so that sounds like a good plan. I haven't eaten in real life either. Make sure you choose a nice place, Sal. God damn it, I have to do it. She gives a teasing smile, one that makes me smile reflexively in response, even if she can't see that. I'll make very sure I do. Don't you worry about that. We're gonna go to some burger place, and it'll be great. This doesn't look like a burger place. Once inside, I order 2 slices of pie and accompanying cups of tea and take them back to our table. We're just gonna eat pie. We're not gonna eat an actual meal. God damn it. God damn it. I pegged this cafe as the type to appeal to Lily, small and quiet, but well kept and somewhat upscale. Going by the dainty smile she wears, I don't really know if I chose right. It's very, very rare to not see her smiling after all. Nevertheless, I take a seat near her at one of the corner tables and lay down our small meals. Lily gingerly brings her head over to the slice of pie placed in front of her, delicately taking in the aroma. Dude, I'm a person that just dessert isn't enough to satisfy me for a meal. I can't just eat a slice of pie and be like, guess that was my meal. No. Fuck that. Lemon pie, is it? Why'd you choose, like, the worst one? Thank you, Hisao. Dude, my dad used to make fucking... Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he still does. He used to make lemon everything, and I hated it. No problem. The tea's just next to it, so be careful not to knock it over. She nods appreciatively, but judging from the slightly weak smile she has, the warning wasn't really necessary. It wasn't. I suppose the sound must have tipped her off to its position. We both tuck into our food without further ado, both of us remaining largely silent as we do so. Lily isn't the type to appreciate discussion while eating, and I can't say I like it either. Eventually, we finish both our meals, quote, quote, and the last of our teacups follows in short order. Lily's the first to break the silence. That was very nice. I must say you've chosen quite well, Hisao. This is the first time I've really ever had much of a look around the city, so all I could really do is choose somewhere that looked kind of nice. Damn. Sorry. Felt really bad for inadvertently bringing up the subject of sight around Lily. Dude, he's focusing too much on it. But she doesn't appear to mind too much. Quite the opposite. She almost looks amused by my awkward attempt at an apology. You are thoughtful, Hisao, but sometimes I fear that it gets the better of you. Yup. There is no need to change your speech on my account. Lily truly is pretty comfortable in dealing with her condition. I still hasten to change the subject, as I can't really say that I share her confidence in the matter. Dude, if I was blind, oh my god, my nose. If I was blind, I'd probably... knowing me, I'd end up joking about it. I always joke about my shortcomings. Brain, activate. Have you lived here for very long? Seems like you have this place pretty much sorted out. She quickly waves her hand in front of her face to dismiss the notion. Oh, it's nothing like that. I've attended Yamaku since the start of high school, but I didn't walk around the city very much because Akira, my sister, picked me up and dropped me off. Oh, right. You mentioned not living in the dorms until recently. It's quite a surprise. I just assumed she'd been living here since entering Yamaku at the very least, which would give her a few years here. I've lived with my family for most of my life. Then I was just together with my sister. With my family having moved to Inverness long before, and Akira working longer hours, I ended up having to move. In Inverness? Isn't that somewhere in Scotland? How would he know this? Is that just a common thing? Cause I don't know places in Scotland. I don't even know places where I live. My geography ain't good. Oh, did I not tell you? My family currently lives in Scotland, the birthplace of my mother. My father's side is mainly Japanese, though. So, would Lily have... I would assume Lily wouldn't have an accent. Maybe she would, in some way? Whatever. Huh. The question of what gave Lily her looks did cross my mind every now and again, but I never really thought. But I never thought to ask. That answers that, then. To be honest, I'd never have guessed, considering you have no accent. Okay, thanks for answering my question. Oh, thank God. That would have eaten away at me. I'm guessing you were born here? Full marks. I am thankful for the heritage, though, as without it, I'd likely have not been taught English so early in my life. And what of you, Hisao? What about me? I'm your bare bones visual novel protagonist, with a heart problem. She gives a moment's thought. She probably should have thought of what to ask me before switching the topic. I'll go with, what are your plans for the future? To be honest, I haven't thought about that much recently. After my accident and subsequent months in the hospital, enjoying my life here with you and Hanako, well, that's been enough for me. In fact, I don't think I've thought at all about a future for some time now. Seems almost futile. God damn it. Oh god, that was a burp. So, this is your last year of school. After this, you will have to fend off for yourself one way or the other. Dude, that now the hiccups. God damn it. It does not want me to play today, but I don't care. Still going. I want to play! It's not like I don't know that. I just haven't put much thought into it since then. She opens her mouth to continue, but gives a small sigh instead. She seems to have realized that she doesn't really know enough about my situation to go too deeply into this. Well, we all have our pace. I just hope you'll take any chance you see. I understand. I'll think about it. I'm sure we'll figure something out. God damn it. As we walk back out into the city, Lily takes hold of my arm once again. So, did you get any good ideas for a present? To be honest, no. I've never really been very good at picking them. Same. That's why you get everyone gift cards. But Scott, that's such a non-personal present. What do you mean? They can literally get anything they want with a gift card. Fuck you. As absurd as it sounds, perhaps we should just look around. God damn it, Lily. Hearing Lily utter those words throws me for a moment. Right. So how do we do that? That's just the reaction I was expecting. It's simple. You can go window shopping and just tell me what's around. If something interesting comes up, then we might get an idea. I'm not so sure about this, but I'll take your word for it. I think we'll manage. Hanako, my sister, and I managed to do it well enough. Man, if that was worded... Hanako, my sister. Oh, my God. If that was worded differently. But no. With Lily's simplistic and rather optimistic statement, we set off into the shopping district of the city, and I start describing everything I see to Lily. It's hard to think of Hanako going window shopping. She doesn't really feel the type to place much stock in fashion, nor have I noticed her reading magazines or the like. I mean, she likes reading. In fact, all I think I've really seen her do as a hobby is read books. There's a houseware shop just ahead. Looks like it's mostly crockery, though. I can't think that she'd have much need for any of that. And what type of message would that send to her? Cook more food? That's not such a bad idea, maybe. Sometimes it's best to leave things alone, Isao. Once again, I get the feeling that Hanako's exploits in the kitchen aren't always successful. Lily must have had to help her with that sometimes. Let's see, next along is a bookshop. Ooh, right there! Boom! We found it! That seems like a good one. She's always reading. Yes, but there are a few problems with books. I'm not quite sure what she has and hasn't read yet. Ooh. Yeah, what about a gift card? Yes! Yes! God damn it, she's fucking saying it! Fuck you, Lily! There's nothing as impersonal as giving someone a gift card. It's like saying, I don't know enough about you to work out what you'd like. No! No, that's bullshit! And you know it! Look, you get her a gift card at a bookstore. That tells her that you know that she loves reading, so she can go get whatever the fuck she wants. At the bookstore. God damn it. I'm mad. I'm so pissed. Oh, whatever. God damn it. Right as I was fucking talking about it, dude, it popped up, and Lily was the person that I hate. I always thought of it as making sure they got what they wanted. Yes! Giving people gifts is supposed to show them the level of affection you have for them. The level of affection with a gift card is how much the gift card is. If you can't decide on a simple gift for them, then how much could you think of them? Right. Fuck. No gift cards. God. Lily seems overly passionate about this, but I can see her point. If you're going to get something for someone, then you want to put at least some thought into it. A gift card. If I want to get something for Hanako that reminds her of us every day, then what good's a gift card? Because she can be like, I remember when you gave me this gift card so I can buy this really awesome book. You know, fuck you. I bought the World of Warcraft art book. Hanako, what are you doing? In that case, what'd you get Hanako last year? A porcelain doll. Oh, I hate porcelain dolls. Dude, they freak me out. Dolls freak me out in general. Dolls, puppets, ever since Slappy from Goosebumps. When I was a kid, it's been downhill. I thought if she had someone to talk to, it might help her ease her pain. A doll isn't ever going to criticize her after all. So I should be looking for a doll shop? No. If you could be so kind to keep a lookout for one, I would be grateful. I just said no, because why would I get her the same... Sounds good to me, though I wish you'd mentioned it earlier. But if I did that, then you wouldn't have started thinking for yourself, would you? Once again, Lily has a point. My brain is currently analyzing every store we pass for gift options. If Lily had mentioned a doll shop to begin with, I wouldn't have thought of anything else. That's true. Once you got your mind on something. We wandered through the city streets, but seemed unable to find anything that resembles a doll shop, thank God, or anything that I could consider a fitting present. The simple act of researching, what the fuck? Searching is starting to clear my head. The events of last week are starting to fade away, and I'm looking forward to giving Hanako her gift. If I could find one. This is hopeless. I thought we'd be able to find something in the city for sure. And I'm sure we walked down this goddamn street at least once before. That almost sounds like you're giving up, Hisao. I'm not, but it's a lot harder than it looks. I'm sorry. Fuck. Try not to be so restricted in your thinking. Maybe we should actually go into some shops and have a look around. That might work. Never really been good at window shopping. I always go in. If it's a store, if I see the store's name or like just the outside, I'll go in. Fuck it. I don't really like window shopping. Lily and I circle around the city streets once more, this time popping into stores that catch our attention. In the end, though, nothing comes up as especially appropriate. Hanako's tastes are often quite hard to pin down at the best of times, thanks to her intensely private nature, and those tastes we do know are hard to accommodate. May we take a break for a minute? I'm a bit exhausted. Dude, I am too. I agree and leave Lily to rest against a railing while I go to get a couple of drinks from a nearby vending machine. Here's a railing. I don't even look for a bench. After walking up to the vending machine and grabbing myself some lemonade, god damn it, I'd see lemonade's fine. I find myself a bit at a loss. Not really knowing Lily's tastes, I decide to take a guess and grab something that seems a little girly but not too weird. Strawberry flavored milk. Oh, that's my favorite kind of milk. Back. I walk up to her and place the carton into her outstretched hands, making sure she has a grip on it before letting go. Hold on. Don't give someone milk when they're like, we're not like intensively exercising, but we are walking around, we're getting tired. Don't give someone milk. That'll like upset their stomach if they're like working too hard. She feels out its contours before opening it and taking a tentative sip, her approving smile afterwards telling me that I made the right choice. We both rest and have a quiet drink for a few minutes. Oh God, a familiar soft ringing begins to sound from Lily's side. She quickly apologizes as her hand goes into her pocket, pulling out her mobile phone. Do you mind if I take this? That's fine, don't worry. She knows I love back sprites. God damn it. She nods to me in thanks before turning away and flipping the phone open, bringing it to the side of her face as she picks up the call. Going by the tone of Lily's voice, the person on the other end is no doubt some friend or another. I tune out their conversation pretty quickly as the snippets that Lily says makes it sound a little more than gossip. Without much else to do, I find myself watching Lily. She really is a pretty girl, which would hardly hurt her popularity in school. It's interesting just how much Hanako and Lily contrast each other so much in both personality and appearance. For what are you trying to say? You trying to say Hanako's not beautiful, huh? You trying to... For a few minutes, I just lean back and drink, watching her. Before long, Lily says her goodbyes to the person she's talking to and hangs up, placing her phone back in her pocket and leaning back against the railing as before. Sorry, just a friend from class. It's a bit rude to take a phone call from a friend, just a random phone call when we're hanging out, doing things, but whatever, it's fine. I take one final swig from my can before throwing it into the bin. Lily gives me her carton to throw away after finishing it off relatively quickly. At least she's not like doing that thing that everyone does and text while you're hanging out with friends. Fuck you, alright? You seem to have a lot of friends. Oh? Lily waits for me to continue, her interest piqued. I was just thinking that you and Hanako contrast really heavily. It's hard to imagine Hanako doing a lot of the things you do or knowing the people you know. You seem to think about Hanako quite a bit. I don't know, it's just... she's mysterious, I guess. I kind of want to know more about her, which honestly isn't really easy. It almost sounds like you're doubting your relationship to her. I don't think it's that. I just want to do more for her, being her friend and all. I don't even really know how she sees me. Ho 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 ho. This statement seems to interest Lily quite a bit. I wonder if Hanako said anything about me to Lily during their conversations. Oh, I'm about to ask what's on her mind as she picks herself up from the railing. Shall we be off then? Damn it, she won't tell me secrets! Her voice and expression show that she's playing games with me. Lily knows damn well that she's leaving me hanging. With a sigh, I pick myself up off the railing as well and have a brief look around. We got stuff to do, so I'll just try and get back to her about this later. Tucked in between a newsstand and a convenience store and a small shop, the sign above the door reads, Othello's Antiques. Why does Othello sound familiar to me? Brain? In decorative English script. It would be easy to miss if we were walking along the street, but since we're stationary and I'm purposefully looking around, it's just noticeable. Say, Lily, that doll you got, Hanako, was it new? Well, yes, but I'm not quite sure I know what you mean. I think I found our shop. It's across the road. Oh, what is it? Some kind of toy shop? It's an antique shop. I think it's probably going to be our best bet. Really? I didn't even know we had one of those near here. Antique shops are pretty cool. I've been into a couple. You never know what you're gonna find. That's the best part. Neither did I. I missed it the first time we went by here. It's pretty well hidden. Well then, it can't hurt to check. Inspired by this new find, we quickly dust ourselves off and head towards the store, Lily's hand finding its way to my elbow for guidance. This is frightening me. I don't know. The store has a strange, musky scent to it. The layout is more like a garage than a store. Things are strewn around on the floor without any immediate semblance to order. Oh, it's an old man. The shopkeeper gives us an almost bored look as though he, through his partially small eyes, particularly small eyes. His face looks weary and tired, and his dress style is distinctly anachronistic. He gives us a polite nod of welcome before going back to his book. He doesn't even say anything. That's me! Lily holds tightly onto my arm, and I find myself having to split my efforts between making sure we don't miss a potential gift for Hanako and making sure Lily doesn't inadvertently bump into anything. I don't even think you have to worry about that. She has her cane. She could probably and she has very good spatial awareness. I'm pretty sure she can sense everything in this room right now. The task is quite difficult given the haphazard way the store is laid out and the many things poking out of the shelves they're on or sitting on pieces of furniture, but eventually we safely arrive at the old desk covered in dolls and teddy bears. Oh, I think this is the right place. There's pretty much every kind of doll you can imagine here. That should make the choice much simpler. Could you please pick one for me, Hisao? I had a feeling it would come to this. I picture Hanako in my mind and try to imagine which of the dolls before me would suit her best. My eyes wander across the collection, each one as exquisite as the one before it. The sheer number of styles is boggling, but eventually one catches my eye. Here, how about this one? I pick up a small porcelain doll that looks at least somewhat affordable. Dressed in a Victorian-era green dress with a little brown hat sitting atop its blonde hair. Oh yeah, it looks a little like Lily. I was gonna say that. It's kind of like Lily, huh? I gently pass it to her, who delicately feels her way around the object while wearing a look of slight concentration. It certainly feels beautiful. Do you think it would fit Hanako in your opinion? I think it would. I think it looked pretty good in her room. In that case, I trust your judgment. Will you be getting her something as well, or shall this be a shared gift? I want to get her a teddy bear now, because it said there were teddy bears. I'm not sure. I think I should get her something myself, but I don't think I'm gonna get her another porcelain doll. I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe. I let my voice trail off as I look around the shop. Resting on a writing table not far from us is a decorative box that catches my eye. Ooh. Wait here. I think I found something. My. Or ara, as you would. That was fast. I gingerly walk through a collection of crystal glassware and pick up the box. The wooden sides are covered in carvings depicting ancient battles around a castle. Ooh. The top, however, looks far too familiar. Alternating squares of white and black varnished wood are arranged on the lid. That's a really nice item. It's a chess set from overseas. Perfect. Get it. That's all I needed to hear. The store owner's sudden appearance startles me a little. I didn't see him approaching at all. Dude, he's a wizard. I suppose he's trying to help us because we don't really look like we know what we're looking for. Or, on the other hand, maybe he wants to keep an eye on us because he suspects we might shoplift instead. That's what I always did when I was a cashier. I just assumed everyone was stealing something. I'm looking for a present for a friend. I see. In that case, the chess set would make a fine choice. Realization floods into my mind. This is a pretty good-looking set, but this is an antique shop. They're not well known for their bargain prices. Can't we, also, it is an antique store, but a lot of antique stores, you can, haggle down prices. Even in the U.S., where haggling is not a thing anymore, you could still do that in antique shops. Trust me. How old is this? This is a reproduction. My best estimate is that it's about 5 years old. I see. How much? He thinks a little before telling me, which is slightly disconcerting. I'll let you take this now for 70, holy shit, 7,000 yen. I balk a little. I wasn't expecting to spend that much, but this does seem perfect. Oh, come on, bring it down to 50. $50, come on. Then again, maybe that's a testament to how well he worked out how much he could make me pay. Yes, he's doing it! Can make it 5,000? 5,500. No lower. Okay. I'm sold. Yeah, I was like, we got it down by a good bit. Oh, we'd also like to get that doll. The store owner looks over my shoulder, focusing on Lily and the doll in her hands. His eyes narrow, and he visibly takes a moment to switch mental gears. In the process, his smile drops slightly. Oh. Uh-oh. I guess that means that not everything in his store is a reproduction. Are you quite sure that you want that doll, miss? I trust my friend's judgment. Damn it. I see. Oh, no offense. None taken. If you could please wrap it for me, it would be appreciated. Of course, but, it's 20,000 yen. 20,000 yen for a fucking doll? Lily reaches into her purse and presents 4 crisp-looking 5,000 yen notes. God damn it! Here you are, 20,000 yen. Fucking... The storekeep dutifully takes them and the doll and proceeds to the counter. I take Lily's arm to guide her there. 20,000 yen. Oh. Are you sure about this? It's okay. I have the funds I need. As I said, I trust your judgment. Oh, Jesus. She literally paid $200 for this doll. I mean, that's I mean, depending on the doll, like that seems to be like a one-of-a-kind thing, so I can see it. It's kind of like getting an expensive, like a anime figurine or something. You know, those are always expensive, so... I feel a little guilty on 2 fronts. Firstly, because Lily has just spent a shit ton of money on my recommendation. Oh, burp. And secondly, because I have a feeling the value of my gift isn't high enough. No. Don't even think about that. Nevertheless, Lily does seem to get somewhat awkward whenever the mention of money comes about. I hand the shopkeep my present and the money for it in turn. He puts the cash into the register before busying himself with wrapping the doll and repeating the process on the chessboard. Eventually, he finishes the gift wrapping and hands us both our presents. Please be careful on your way back and do come again. Thanks. Maybe next year. Indeed. Thank you very much. The store owner bows deeply to us as we leave. Well, that went pretty well. Well, it did take us all day, but we found something in the end. That we did. Now that the presents are wrapped, I'm feeling a little impatient to give them to Hanako. It's a common reaction to buying gifts, wanting to see the reaction of the receiver as they discover what it is. Yeah. A part of me wants to return to Hanako just to confirm her condition with my own eyes. So, should we head back? Let's. We've done a lot of walking today, so I shan't mind taking a rest back at the dormitories. Lily's right. Now that the need to find a shop is over, my legs are feeling quite tired. Well then, back to school for us. I'm looking forward to resting a bit too. Lily holds out her arm and I link mine with hers. Together we make our way back to the bus stop. See, we did pretty good. Oh, did pretty good on finding that one. The whole value thing, like, when it comes to presents, I don't really like the more expensive the gift. Even though I did say about the higher value of the gift card tells you how much you care, but that was mostly a joke, sort of. But it's. I mean, we found a sweet fucking chessboard, even though it is a reproduction from overseas. Like, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, if it wasn't a reproduction, it would have been way more. But it would have still literally been the same in my mind. It's just whatever. Muto reads equations and formulas to us one by one in his unusual, unenthusiastic monotone directly from the book. It's possible that he might be excited about what he teaches us. Sometimes he can display an awkward spark of passion for it, as if he's starting to get into the material. Most days, however, are like this one. What we're covering is fairly simple, so I find it increasingly difficult to keep my concentration on him. It's not too long until my legs begin aching again, which only makes it even harder. I'm almost starting to regret walking around the city yesterday with Lily. I wouldn't regret. No regrets around here. Since leaving the hospital, I've done very little physical exertion. Walking to and from the local corner store hardly counts. Despite Emmy's attempts when I first arrived in Yamaku, I've largely given up on the idea of ever returning to my old level of fitness. I have a feeling that in Emmy's route, like, just because she's so physically active, that she would end up making us physically more active. I just get that sense. I have little doubt that's why walking around town for so many hours has made me quite so sore. It's depressing, and it reminds me of one more thing I can't do since I had my heart attack. Makes me feel pathetic. No. Ikazawa? Oh my god. It's odd for Muto to ask Hanako a question of all people, but not unheard of. She quickly jumps to her feet, a little startled, and immediately pins her eyes on him. I imagine she's... She knows that Muto's calling on her is so rare, so all eyes in the classroom are going to be on her. This way, she doesn't run the risk of making eye contact with anyone else. Yes? In this particular example of a redox reaction, the combustion of methane reaction actually produces one more product than it's listed. That product is... Even though it's a softball question, she timidly waits a bit before answering, biting down slightly on her lower lip as if to keep her concentration. Heat? Well done. This this is an exothermic reaction, with the reaction giving more heat than is put into it. Slowly, receiving a nod from Muto, Hanako takes her seat once again and gives a relieved sigh. Shaky start, but it's something. Good job. It'll be nice to take her out for her birthday, somewhere different from the usual isolation of her room and the tea room. With the progress she's made until now, I don't think she'll have much of a problem going to the city. Good. Right then. For the remainder of the class, I'd like you to work in groups of 3 or 4 on the problems in Chapter 12. I'll be here if you need me. Don't need me. Alright. Muto sits down behind his desk, pulls some loose sheets out of his folder, and starts on some kind of paperwork of his own. I thought teachers were... As everyone just starts fucking chatting loudly. I thought teachers were supposed to do that kind of thing after class, not during it. Oh, Jesus, you already know. It's gonna be us 3 with Hanako included. Well, I'm gonna force Hanako to be in the... Regardless, I look to my right to find a certain someone to form a group with. Well, given the 2 smiling faces hovering near mine, I don't think I'm going to get much of a say in the matter. Shizune's not smiling. Well, I suppose we have a group then. Hick-chan, you want to work together? Okay, that's great. It's really been a while. It kind of has. The class begins the process of noisily shuffling the desks around, with Shizune doing the same as she puts hers in front of mine. She's a little lucky not to be able to hear the din of the classroom, which is loud enough to cause some discomfort. Truth be told, working with Shizune and Misha is probably a good outcome. Shizune and I are pretty good at the subject, and Misha has good handwriting. Oh. As I look to Misha, I notice a tall figure behind her. The shadow catches Misha's attention as well as she turns to face the dark-haired observer. Good afternoon, Hanako! I'm trying to be louder than usual with whenever Misha comes up. Hello. Shizune finally notices Hanako. After looking up and following the gaze of Misha and I. In quick measure, she taps Misha on the shoulder to get her attention before signing away. Shik-chan says if you're looking for a group, you can join ours. Oh, thank God. Hanako looks down and blushes a little at the offer. Out of all the people in the class, Hanako's most familiar with the three of us, so it's reasonable that she'd come to us first. Then again, her actually coming up to a group with the intention of joining them is something she apparently very rarely did before. Improvement! Come here, sit your little booty down. Get your desk over here. She leaves briefly to drag her desk over, and Shizune and Misha wheel back to me as soon as her back is turned. I guess we get to play again, Hick-chan. You hardly ever play with us anymore. I wonder why. You two always seem to have some ulterior motive. I mean, that hurt, Hick-chan. I'd almost think you were insulting me. But it's Hick-chan, so I know that you're joking. Such a great sense of humor about it. It'd be awful if someone were to take advantage of your good nature, like making you help them with their work. Shizune seems excited for a second, a little surprised that I'm willing to challenge her. But when she sees Hanako coming back, she backs off with a smile. I guess the mini games are over early today. Oh, look at her. Hanako gently sets down her desk in front of Misha's. Her eyes are locked downwards, and I'm left wondering why until I look around the class. Most are busy setting up their own groups, but a few are casting curious glances at her. At this range, it's hard to tell whether that is where their interest in her ends, or if they're talking about her as well. I will kill all of you. It's strange. No one bats an eyelid when Hanako runs out of the class to avoid group work. Oh, but now since she's making an effort, they're just staring at her as if she's done something wrong. We also move to sort ourselves out, spreading our textbooks and worksheets around the larger surface created by the 4 joined desks. It isn't long before class as a whole starts actually working. Hi, Hanako. It's nice to finally work with you. Yeah. I don't. This is my favorite pose for Shizune when she does the glasses thing with the big mouth smile, like you know. Are you the reason Hick-chan's been avoiding us lately? Shik-chan says it's a little rude, but if Hick-chan wants to spend time with a cute girl, it's understandable. Misha, I swear to God. I don't. Should I say Shizune? Whatever. It's fine. I don't think it's like that. Hanako starts to fidget, unused to this kind of attention. I think to an ordinary person, or I think that an ordinary person would drop the conversation by now, but Misha is like the antithesis of Hanako. Part of that includes being blind to ordinary social cues, while Hanako is overly sensitive to them. Because of that, Misha barrels ahead with the questions, too quickly for me to get a chance to interject and guide the discussion somewhere more comfortable. Really? So, he wasn't hanging out with you yesterday? No. Oh God, the music. I feel my cover being blown already. Lily didn't want Hanako to know that we were out buying presents for her, let alone planning out her birthday. It wouldn't be good for her if she finds out. Yeah, I was doing something else. You know how it is. Really? I wonder what was so important for Hick-chan to blow us off like that. If it wasn't spending time with Hanako, then what could it be? It's really interesting. Now this is starting to feel like an interrogation. I'm surprised at how Misha is able to exert such a feeling of pressure without actually doing so. or intending to. Were you with Lily? Ah, shit. I mean, fuck. I don't know where Hanako manages to stumble on the answer. She may be dreadfully quiet and shy, but she's very intuitive. What makes you say that? Yesterday, Lily said something similar. Oh, no. No, stop. Suspicious. Hey, John, I demand that you explain yourself. Hey, shouldn't we be doing the assignment? But it's so mysterious. Even Hanako wants to know. I turn to look at Hanako. It's true. From the expression on her face, it's obvious that she wants to know as well. And I think we're past the point where I could weasel myself out of having to provide an explanation. I apologize to Lily in my mind. She really did want to keep it a secret, but now it doesn't seem possible anymore. Just say that you had some very important business to take care of in the city, or rather, Lily had something to take care of in the city, and she wanted to take you because you don't know the city. Damn, I'd be good at this. I'd be good. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not good at lying. I feel a rush of conflicting emotions, so jumbled that I can't readily identify them. But they crash around in my head as I try to calm down and speak. All right, I'll tell you. I went into town with Lily, but it ain't what you think. Lily and I were... don't say it, you son of a bitch. For Hanako's birthday, we were... The cat's out of the bag, but it looks like Hanako's taking it a little better than I thought she would. A brief silence passes around our little group as Shizune and Misha look at each other sheepishly, the blush. I can tell they didn't expect their game to turn out like this. Misha looks up to Hanako in order to apologize, then pauses. Hanako staring at the middle of her desk and barely moving, a maudlin expression on her face. Guess I was wrong about her taking it well. Hanako? I'm sorry. There's a few seconds pause, but Hanako lifts her and shakes her head. It's okay. Her expression looks odd, like she's very tired. That doesn't seem natural, but it's nothing alarming. Nobody really wants to continue with the current conversation, so we open our textbooks and begin our group work. Well, god damn it. This is pretty dull. While the equations we're supposed to work out as a group will take us a while, most of it is going to be boringly mechanical. It also doesn't help that while that didn't go as bad as it could have, it has left an awkward atmosphere around us. Still, we manage. The music. Shizune's face betrays that she has about the same expectations of our work as I do, and the two of us begin to write our group's results. Misha, on the other hand, is scrunching up her lips and very visibly trying to make heads or tails of what we're doing. Hanako's looking on quietly, absorbing what we write and what we say. Or what I say. She usually has the same expression when the teacher speaks. It's a shame her attendance is so unreliable. With the way she takes in information, I think she'd do quite well in class. If she actually followed the lessons regularly, I wonder if this might be why Shizune seems so hard on her. Maybe? Hey, Hanako, do you understand this? Misha looks to Hanako, but I suspect her hope is more to find a comrade in ignorance rather than genuine help. Not really, I guess. I'm surprised by how tense she is in answering, but she settles back down. She breathes out, and the way her upper body and her head lower remind me of a deflating balloon. You okay? I can go over this bit if you want. Hanako shakes her head slightly, but then again, I don't think she needs the extra explanation despite what she said. Misha quickly interjects, entirely oblivious, and I end up slowly going through how we ended up at one of our results step by step. God, this whole awkward now. It didn't seem like it would end up being super awkward, but times like this remind me that this kind of work may not be mechanical for everyone, but rather feel that way to me due to my grasp of the subject. It's a satisfying feeling. As Misha brings her bald fist onto an open hand in realization, I discover another nice feeling. My explanation got through to her, and she manages to work out the next equation by herself with a minimum of guidance. Throughout all this, Hanako is unusually unresponsive. She's normally very quiet, but one can still see her eyes roving periodically over the landscape of the classroom in front of her, or anxiously moving her hands in some way, or shifting her shoulders periodically. Right now, those small movements that I've gotten used to seeing are all missing. Someone not moving at all is definitely weird. Even Misha can tell there's something wrong, yup. Hanako, are you sure you're okay? Yes. Are you sure? I'm fine. Oh my god, a little more strongly this time, but she turns away as she says it. Only makes me doubt her answer, yet at the same time I can tell she doesn't really want to talk about it any further. Having already had one very awkward conversation today that I'm not still fully over, I don't want to pursue the matter too much either. After class, we settle back into our routine, debating over our answers whenever a doubt comes up. But as time goes on, I notice that Hanako isn't talking at all. It's frustrating. She made so much progress. Makes me a little angry at Shizune and Misha for undoing the surprise Lillian had wanted to keep secret so much. I mean, I'm at fault too because I fucking spoiled the secret even though I didn't really have to. Maybe I could have kept it under wraps somehow. You literally could have. I gave you an out. Shizune had noticed Hanako's silence as well, and is also getting antsy. I can see it on her face. It's strange that even though she's deaf, Shizune has perceived Hanako's unusual quietness sooner than Misha. I mean, again, your senses, man. Hanako, you're being too quiet. You have to contribute too. Someday we might work on a bigger project, like one that's big, so big, it's worth celebrating afterwards, like with ice cream or cake. If you act like this, we won't take you along. Just, Jesus, give her a break. I can tell they're trying to tease her to bring her out of her shell, but I don't think that kind of approach will work on Hanako. No, I don't think so. It'll just make her feel worse. Guys, don't tease her like that. Come on. You can't fucking tease everybody. Hick-chan, it's all in good fun. Shik-chan says she teases everyone anyway. Well, yeah, but they do back off, though, with Misha moving away from the issue by asking me a question again. On seeing how difficult the problem is she is working on is, I don't know whether it was a skillful dodge or a mere coincidence. It takes way more of our time than necessary because Shizune keeps disagreeing with me when I'm trying to explain it to Misha. And Misha is quick to believe her over me. So quick, in fact, that she forgets to translate what Shizune is saying. Oh, hey, the clock is kind of ticking down. We should speed up a little. Hick-chan, you sound a little like Shik-chan there. That's because I looked at my watch? Jesus, is that really all it takes? Time management and boom, I'm suddenly the student council president? Jesus Christ. Oh, don't come here. No. I look at Hanako's desk to see how she's doing and freeze. Our papers are covered in equations, but Hanako's only halfway there. Seems like she hasn't written anything in the past 20 minutes. Hanako, what's the matter? When I realize that, I want to kick myself for how dumb I've been. I should have known that someone as fragile as Hanako wasn't just going to brush off what happened so easily, but I've been too eager to move on from an awkward situation to notice. She has been slowly shutting down for the last half hour, and I had no clue. Her pen is still in her hand, but she doesn't slowly spin it around like she usually does. There isn't a single idle movement from Hanako, and that's not good. Oh God. Only the fact that she tries to inch away once she only the fact that she tries to inch away once she feels Shizune, Misha, and me looking at her tells me that she is even still conscious. We look away, and at least in my case, it's partially out of shame that it's gotten to this point. Though on the outside, she has shut down almost completely. I know that it's a different story on the inside. What kind of things could she be thinking about as she tries harder and harder to shrink into herself, as if by willing it she could disappear somehow. Everyone's looking at her now, stealing quick glances between putting the finishing touches on their work. Misha attempts to ask her what's wrong, but that only makes the problem worse. Misha, just shut up. If she weren't frozen at her to her seat, she would probably run out of the room right now. Oh. Misha's questions are loud enough to be heard throughout the entire classroom, and for a second I'm ready to snap at her because I can only imagine how much worse it's making Hanako feel. Of course, if I were to do that, it would only make the situation worse. I'd believe that Hanako had gotten stronger, and she has, but it wasn't enough, and I was too eager to believe it. Now she's terrified, alone in the middle of the classroom, and there's nothing I can do but without drawing more attention to her. Look, it's infuriating. Misha's worried, and even Shizune's biting her lip. None of us know how to deal with the situation, so I decided to call Muto. His judgment would probably be better than ours. I look up and manage to catch his eye, silently motioning for him to come over. I want to make as little fuss about this as possible, since if there's anything that would make this worse, it's more attention being focused on her. I know that Hanako can see everyone staring at our group, specifically at her, because they know that if there's a problem, it has to be her. It's fucked up. Everyone knows her, and it's the first thing anyone's mind would leap to. Her reputation for being a truant has marked her as an unusual person, even an unusual Yamaku. Who knows how many times they have stared at her before? Maybe it's because she's seen the class staring at her so much that she fears their gazes like she does, cowering from them. The time it takes Muto to walk over must feel like an eternity to Hanako, and she looks as if she is about to fall over. Muto quietly begins to ask us what's wrong before catching himself as he sees Hanako. Did we upset her? Don't worry. Muto bends down after calming Misha and looks intently at Hanako's face. Hi, Ikazawa. Can I help you at all? His voice is hushed and gentle. Everyone's acting so differently around Hanako now that the whole class has noticed something's wrong with her. Hanako doesn't respond, so Muto gently rests a hand on her shoulder. Oh my god. She starts shaking at his touch, but won't even look up. Hanako continues to stare into the equations on her desk, vision so unfocused that I doubt she even sees them. She's worse than before. I remember that not even an hour ago, she was able to talk to him almost normally. She literally it's like everything just fell apart in just fucking 1 hour. Jesus Christ. Muto grimaces a bit as he stands again, and now that his expression's changed, I can see that he wasn't exactly unaffected by what happened earlier. Or not earlier either. He takes a breath to settle himself before speaking in a very quiet voice. I'm a little impressed at how quickly he's taken control of the situation. Is that it? Nothing's wrong then? Muto seems to say that to no one in particular. However, his words sound convincing enough that most people who were looking at Hanako now turn away, getting back to their work. He gives a quick glance to his left and right. Several people at the desks around us are still staring curiously, but other than that, we seem to have escaped attracting too much attention. Oh, good. Muto notices me doing the same as him and smiles a little in his usual stilted way. I think for Ikazawa's sake, that it'd be good to quickly take her somewhere away from the others. Nakai, Hakamachi, Michi, fuck. Could you please take Ikazawa out of the classroom? I'll keep everyone settled, so please don't worry about anything but her, okay? He looks at Misha to tell her to interpret his words for Shizune, but she's already finished her translation by the time he does so. It's remarkable how little thought she needs to sign, as she looks quite dazed otherwise, because that's just the thing she does. Nodding, Shizune and I stand and move to either side of Hanako. Muto steps back to allow some room and talks to the table behind us, as some people there have begun muttering between themselves about what's going on. Hey, fuck all of you! Stop talking! We look at each other before lowering ourselves in unison. taking one arm around each other of our shoulders and lifting. Alright, come on. The two of us begin to walk at a slow pace to make sure we don't inadvertently hurt her. As much as we try to make this look normal, I'm quite sure there would be many more gazes on us if not for Muto's distraction. Eventually, thankfully, we reach the door and go through. Oh my god. Oh, Hanako. Everything it's... I don't have time for you right now, picture. Hanako, it's gonna be fine, okay? I know. I just... I thought we were doing so good. And then the pressure just kept happening, and I told him about the things, and... Now I just feel sad. I just have a feels bad man right now.